Sunday. It is the 22nd of December, 2019, and it's a beautiful day outside. As you can see the light around me, it is 2:30 in the afternoon, and despite the fact that I've only had 5 hours of sleep, I'm feeling pretty good. We successfully picked the young man up from the airport. You will have seen that if you were able to watch yesterday's video. I didn't get that posted until this morning, but it's there. Excuse me. He flew into BWI, like I said. They actually ended up arriving, I think, like 15 minutes ahead of schedule, so that was cool. 10-15 minutes. He called us once he landed. He didn't check bags or anything like that. He had sent clothes home via his fiance last month when she came down to visit, so he did not have the need for anything except his person, and he did bring his laptop, but that was it. So anyway, we are approaching, arrivals. Didn't see him. Okay, no big deal. There's lots of people, whatever. Called him. Okay, I'm going to cut this short because it's going to be a long story, but we looped the airport a total of 4 times, still never found him. And, we're conversing back and forth with him. What are you standing in front of? What is there, a gate number? This is his first time ever flying. And, what signs you seeing, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, okay, I got interrupted. I was talking about picking the sun up. So somehow or another, I didn't even know this was possible. He was on the departure side of the airport, waiting to be picked up. So anyway, we found him, but we looped around. It was 40 minutes before we actually found him. And then at one point his phone was down to 3%, so we even lost the ability to communicate. We found him though. And even at one point through our pass-throughs, like, we're sitting on the curb and my husband just starts beep, 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 laying on the horn. And he said he could hear it, but he said it sounds very far off. So anyway, we found the kid. Picked him up successfully, and got headed back down the road. Had an uneventful drive back, except for the fact that I was super hungry. So we ended up going to McDonald's at, I don't remember what time it was. It was after 1 o'clock, I believe. And then while we were headed back down the road from the McDonald's, hubby got a call, and he's a tow truck driver, and one of his fellow tow truck drivers needed some assistance. So we flew down the road and headed straight to his location. He needed help strapping down a motorcycle. He had never done that before, so, and my husband is a motorcycle rider, so he knew how to do that. Plus he's towed motorcycles before. So anyway, so all that to say, by the time we got home and in bed, it was after 2 o'clock, and then my internal clock went off this morning at 7, and there I was, wide awake. So whatever, I'll catch up on sleep tonight, or whenever the mood strikes. So anyway, it's been a lovely day so far. I've decided to take the day off of doing anything productive, other than I did empty the refrigerator, and that felt pretty good. And I washed some dishes because I created a lot of dishes in the process of emptying out the fridge. And then I do need to do some vacuuming, but other than that, I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation this morning. Oh, hooray! I finally got to it. I've got I think 15 minutes left. I got interrupted and I needed to, so I need to go back and finish that. But otherwise, I'm good to go on that. I was working on the back of the vest while I was watching it, and that's what I plan to do today, is catch up on some Vlogmas, maybe find some other Christmas movie to watch, and just knit the afternoon away. All while enjoying some delicious beverages. I took a video of me taking the cap off of this. Dana had told me about this thing that she had probably last year, I think. When I was at her house, she showed me, and it's made by Corksicle, and she calls it the Decapitator. I'm not sure, I guess that's the official name for it, but when I was down with her last year after the end of the wool, we went to her garden center and they have gifts and things like that. So they had one. So I went ahead and bought one for myself. It was a little bit pricey for me. Like it was $25. But I will say that I think it's worth it. It's, you know, one of those things you don't use that often, but you appreciate having. I got a little hair on my face. I trimmed my bangs up. I wish Santa would bring me, you know, like a hairdresser delivered to my house for Christmas. That would be great. Anyway, so I'm having a cider, and who knows what else will follow this, but I've got plans to have some salsa too, because I'm not watching any games today, but you know, I can tailgate just the same. Tailgate while watching Christmas movies and knitting. I mean, of course. I see sitting here beside me, I put this here so I wouldn't forget. I bought this little, I guess it's going to show up, this little pottery pitcher at Maryland Sheep and Wool last year. Yes, because Dana attended with me. So that was last year, 2018. And I just found it in my bedroom. So I'm going to hang that up on my wall of ornaments. So I'm glad that I found it now and not, you know, 2 weeks from now. So my knitwear today is this. It's a really long, I mean, obviously the fact that I can loop it twice, it tells you it's a long cowl. It's the Runcible cowl by Nell Knits. I believe that we got this pattern in our goodie bag one year at Into the Wool. I think that's right. I knit this in the spring of 2016. It used 75 grams of a sport weight from Twist Fiber Studio. It is the Ashland Sport, and its composition is 100% merino. And the colorway was Dye Pot Surprise, so that's, you know, kind of a one-of-a-kind colorway, but it's very earthy and beautiful. I really do like it a lot. I just don't, again, this is another one I don't really wear that often. The length of it is a little too long for me. I don't mind looping it twice, but I don't know. It's just not one I wear that often. I have in my notes that I only cast on 168 stitches, so I'm guessing that that must mean that the pattern is written for more stitches. So if I were to do it again, I'd probably do it with less stitches. But this project only has 19, or this pattern only has 19 projects knit from it. So, oh look, I made it twice. Haha. I looked into the projects that were knit with it. Yes, I knit it again. I knit this one in the spring, and then I turned around like a month later and knit another one longer. I cast on 20 more stitches with that one, but it's not as long, it doesn't look like. At least I'm going by the picture that's on the page that I took of my mannequin. I don't know. And it also was a sport weight, but whatever. Yeah, I like this one for its colorway, not necessarily for its wearability. So, but it matched my cardigan pretty well. Look at this cool necklace. I went to my grandmother's not that long ago, and she was, she had some stuff that she was getting rid of. She was going to send to Purple Heart, and I saw some of it was jewelry, and so I pulled this out because, I mean, it's probably hers from, I'm guessing, the 60s or 70s. And she was just going to give it away without even asking me if I wanted it. So I think she just assumes that that none of us are interested. I'm not sure. But anyway, grab that up for myself because that's perfectly wearable for me. Some of the things were dated, like, you know, really were not my interest level. But this one, yeah. So that's that. I will put in here somewhere, it was sock washing day, so I think I had 7, 8, 9 pairs that needed to be washed up, so they're out on the clothesline. It's always a happy day, you know, colorful when I can get my socks out there on the line, especially in the sunshine. That's the way I prefer to dry them. One pair is going to my future daughter-in-law because they're a little too long for me. Afterthought heels just don't fit me. I think I discussed this already. Yeah, I did, because they were the pair that I made from Fiber Nymph. So I've decided just to pass those along. I've never given her a pair of hand-knit socks, so she's gonna get some. And even in time to maybe wear them for Christmas. Or not, they don't scream Christmas. So I think that's that. I'll just go ahead and open my mini now. Here's day 22 with that fun, you really can't tell, but there's sparkle in this vinyl, and it makes me happy. It's very pretty. So I will see what day 22 is going to bring me. This is another good one. Winter Night, and I don't believe I've seen this one before, or if so, then it's an old one, because gosh, it's pretty. It's kind of, the light is blowing it out a little bit, but as always, there will be a still shot, but it is, I wonder if I can tap the screen. There we go. There we go. That did it. So pretty. So, perfectly apt name for it. But look at this. Look at these blues in here. Dana does the blue like nobody's business, so that's a good one. And this is, again, is called Winter Night. So there's that. I mean, clearly I'm feeling, you know, all the blues today, so yay. And it is now officially winter, so how appropriate. So with that, I think we'll just move on to the fact, so that I can, every day I've been saying, oh, well, here's what I'm going to do when I get off here, and then I never really do. Today, by golly, I mean it. So I found a pretty cool fact, which I guess is true. Jim Carrey worked with a CIA specialist who trains agents to survive torture in order to get through the painful makeup process that he had to endure for Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And I mean, I think everyone will agree that that's a pretty, you know, that makeup is amazing. You know, it's very well done. So look, Smokey Dog in the queue. Men and women won their games yesterday, so hooray. And I think that's going to be all for me today. I'll see what else I can find to insert in here. Otherwise, it's just going to be, you know, just a wee bit shorter than some of the others have been. So I thank you for watching, and I wish you a good day, no matter what it is, which day it is that you're happening to watch this. So I will be back again tomorrow. Bye.